I'm Ms. Lacados. I'm your senior class sponsor. And we have a lot planned for y'all next year because all of the restrictions are being lifted. And that is exciting. That is super exciting. So, if y'all have heard, the masks, the dividers, all that stuff is gone next year. So all the stuff is coming back next year, right? Your junior class president, Brianna, has made this amazing slideshow for y'all, and we're gonna start talking about the things that we're gonna be doing next year, okay? I need y'all to listen. That's why I'm asking y'all to put your phones down. Now I understand that some of y'all are gonna wanna take pictures of some things that we're gonna do. I'm asking y'all to just wait on that because we're gonna send that out to y'all on Teams, Instagram, whatever y'all do. Please just listen, okay? We have some new things that are happening. Our photography company is different. Our packages are different. So please, if y'all could just listen, I'm gonna make sure you get this information, okay? I will answer questions for y'all at the end. We need to get through this. Y'all are with me, right? Okay? I'm super excited that y'all are here. We didn't get to do this last year. I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to pay attention. We're gonna rock through this, okay? Got it? We good? Class of deuce, right? 22? We good? Right?
All right, so I'm Miss Norris. I just wanted to, I'll wait. Cool. So my junior ladies, you didn't get an opportunity to participate in the Miss Atlantic Coast pageant. It's a really cool opportunity for scholarship money, which, you know, college is kind of expensive. So it's an opportunity to learn how to speak better, meet some new friends, become an ambassador for the school, make a name for yourself here at Atlantic Coast, leave a legacy, all of the things that you would like to put on your college resume. But you could have an opportunity to get some money as well. So our plan this year is to have the pageant in June or July and kind of condense what we're doing. If you are interested, if you want to hear more information, there is a link on the Morning Rays Instagram as well as the Miss AC Instagram. And you can reach out to me via email, what have you. But it's a really fun opportunity. Typically at other schools, you have about 12 to 20 contestants. For some reason here at Atlantic Coast, even though we have a lot of students, we range between 5 and 12 every year. The more people who participate, the more scholarship money is available. I graduated from Fletcher. When Fletcher Court gets money, the winner typically gets about $2,000 as a scholarship. First runner-up, $1,500, and you break down from there. We typically only have 2 to 3 people who get scholarships, and we go $1,000, $500 because we don't have enough participants. So again, the more people we can get to participate, the more money you get to walk away with if you make court. So again, if you would like an opportunity to participate, if you're nervous about, hey, what talent do I have to do? What do I have to do? I've never walked in heels. I don't know. This isn't my thing. Ask questions. It's, again, a fun opportunity, a way to get your name out there and to become an ambassador for the school. And then you'll work more with Ms. Lacados and Solomon just to do kind of ambassador things in the community. So if you need more, I'm Miss Norris, and that is all.
Can you change the slide? All right. So a couple years ago, we started the senior package, and it blew up. Brianna's going to start talking to you about the main package.
Okay, so obviously as seniors, we have a lot more opportunities to do activities. We have a lot more opportunities to get senior apparel, t-shirts. Our main package, the first one, is going to be $340. It gives you everything you could possibly have as a senior. You get all of the senior apparel, you get tickets to homecoming, prom, you get your yearbook, the senior panoramic. So this is just kind of a list of everything that you're going to get in the bigger senior package. If you wanted to take a picture of it, just to have an idea of what you have in the first level of the senior package. We can move on to the next slide. All right, so the next level is going to be $180. It has a little bit less than the original senior package. You're still going to get all the senior apparel, but there are going to be less tickets for certain events. Next slide. And so then we have the last senior package, which also, again, has significantly less than the first two. It's going to be $50 and is only going to have one T-shirt, commencement dues, and then a ticket for Senior Olympics. So this is definitely something that you guys should consider looking into. You save a lot of money by purchasing one of these packages, and it just opens the door for more opportunities as a senior. Okay, yeah, you're good.
Can you go back through, let me go back to the main package. All right, I'm going to go over this a little bit more. So the main package, just so y'all know, with the main package, this is everything, okay? And I want y'all to understand something with this package. So you're going to get everything that we do throughout the year, all right? And when I talk about this, you're going to have something that separates y'all from everything. You'll get a keychain. So when we do things, and when I explain this, is like, so we're going to have, for example, we're going to hopefully bring back like Ray Rally, okay? So when we have Ray Rally and we say Ray Rally costs $1 to get in, if you have the senior package, you might not have to stand in that line because you have the senior package, all right? Or if we do, you know, Mr. Ugly event, and we say you have the senior package, you'll have a different line. So the senior package gets you into events because you have that keychain, all right? There always will be a line at every event at AC because you have that senior package. We might do a surprise event for the seniors, and with that keychain, you'll get into those events. We've done that throughout the whole year. We always do those types of things. So that keychain will always have a line at all events, and you'll be separated with that keychain. It will always get you into those events. So having that keychain helps you with everything. When it says all senior activities, that's what that means, okay? When you go to the next slide, the biggest separation, which you don't see on there, is the yearbook. That's what separates a majority of that stuff, all right? And that's that big ticket item. And prom. So those are those big two ticket items. And then the other, when you go to the next one, it's that all those big ticket items is what separates the other thing, okay? So that's where you see those big ticket items, all right?
All right, we can move on to the next slide. So this is just kind of an idea of the senior apparel that you're going to get when you purchase either the first or the second package. This shirt that we have up here is just kind of, okay. This first shirt that we have up here is just kind of an idea of designs that we're playing around with. It's actually our upcoming senior banner for this year. So if you do purchase the first two packages, you're going to get two T-shirts, one in the fall and one in the spring. You get a crew neck sweatshirt, joggers, and then a dry fit long sleeve shirt. All right, so class rings. This was something that we were kind of supposed to do last year, but obviously with COVID, we did not a great job of advertising. So Harif Jones, they do our class rings, and they also do our cap and gowns. So if you look in the link on the Class of 2022 Instagram, we have the link for you to enter your school and your class, and then you can design your own class ring. We have two examples up here, so this is definitely something, another senior opportunity that you can look into to purchase. We can move on to the next one. Okay. You want to talk about parking?
So parking. Parking is going to be a little bit different this year. Last year, if y'all noticed, there was a lot of opportunities for the seniors to paint. It went through a majority of the first 9 weeks because of COVID. It's not going to happen this way, that way this year. There's going to be maybe 3 days of painting, and it's going to happen during orientation and pre-planning. You will get a call out. You will also have information throughout the summer about your painting. Painting will happen before school starts. Please hear me when I say that. It has to happen before school starts. It will be an all-day event, and you have to paint your parking spot before school starts. You will have an option, either $50 for a regular spot or $100 for your painted spot. This is the same prices since we've started the painting. The painting spots are the ones that are up front. The regular spots are ones behind. And it's first come, first serve. So that is, and you paint over the spots that are already painted. So we will get more information out to you. Those painted spots will be purchased during senior orientation, and then you will paint them during pre-planning. And those painted spots will be purchased through Ms. Scholar and Ms. Doherty up in the library, and then I will approve what you want to paint, and I will be out there during those days that we have, and then that's it. Yeah, will you play the video?
Senior class of 2022, congratulations, you made it. It's time for you to take your first step into your senior year. Yes, you're about to become a high school senior. We're Katie, your school's exclusive senior photographer. Katie is the premier school photography company, and we partner with your school to photograph all of your senior images. We're getting our studios ready for your senior portraits, but we need you to do one important thing. Go to the form below and fill out all the information. This will allow us to communicate with you once our studio is open, so you'll know what to do next. Don't sleep on us. Schedules fill up fast, so do it now and take advantage of early access to our studios and our promotions for early birthday. Once you hit submit, we'll send you all the news about the way we do senior photos here at Duke. And trust me, it's nothing like the school pictures you had in the past. This year is your year, and you've earned it. This moment has been 12 years in the making. Let us capture one with you and celebrate your success. The ball is in your court. Fill out the entire form, and we'll be in touch with you soon about how to settle the portraits. Senior year happens once. Preserve the memories that last a lifetime. Class of 2022, see you soon.
So we have a brand new photography company. It is Katie Studios. We actually had a couple of our leadership students go there this past year. The photography company is Alpha Phillips Highway near the Avenues Mall. It's super close. The senior pictures are not, and I repeat, not included in any of the packages. It is a outside vendor. So whatever you do at this company, you are responsible for paying, okay? They have 1,000 different things that you can do, all right? But there are like a very small package or, you know, to large packages. And this is the company that you will do the yearbook picture with. I will tell you, every high school in Jacksonville, except 2, they go to this studio, okay? So you need to go there as soon as possible because they book up very quickly, all right? But we are the closest to this studio, so please do that as soon as possible. The QR code is available. I also have these postcards up in the front office and in my room. I'm in 502. They also do door prizes there all the time. They're very accessible. We will have some information at the beginning of the year, but we need to get this done. And we will have the yearbooks scenario. They want us to have all the yearbook portraits done by October 1st for seniors, okay? So just have that in mind. I know you think that's a long way away, but it goes by very quickly, okay? But just remember, none of the picture stuff is included in the senior packages. Neither is cap and gown, None of that is included in the senior package. Did you change, next slide?
All right, good morning, rising seniors. Thank you for listening so attentively. This is a lot of information. You're getting a ton of stuff, but it's really, really good to make sure you're paying attention now, because one of the things that I hear from kids sometimes and parents is that I didn't know that. How did I find this out? Your senior class sponsor, your officers, Ms. Solomon, does an excellent job of communicating. You are a rising senior, so you're gonna have to take a little bit of ownership of knowing when things happen and making sure that you know what's going on. I'm Ms. McMahon. I'm your senior administrator for next year. I am part of what we call the graduation team. Dr. Chambers, your graduation coach, and I work very closely along with your school counselors, who are all over here, minus Miss Felix. I don't see Miss Felix, but she's on her way, all right? So we have some important information for you guys prior to talking about senior leave, which we love, and we're so excited for you to have that opportunity. Just remember that what you do next year, grade-wise, does matter. I think Dr. Chambers and I say all the time that seniors don't believe us until about March, when we say, like, you have to get X, Y, or Z grades or you will not be walking across the stage. You have to believe us and know that this is what we do, and our goal is for every single one of you to graduate in the orange and black on the football field or wherever it happens to be. But you have to know that what you do as a senior, just like it did in your previous years, it does matter. So failing electives matters. Failing your English class matters. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but I just want you to know that when you start next year, it's gonna be exciting. You're gonna be doing all these amazing things, but what you do in the classroom does still matter. That being said, we are here to support you. Do not get to a point where you are failing everything and you're struggling and you're not reaching out for help. The earlier we know, the more effective we can be in putting a plan in place to make sure that you are graduating, okay? Good. All right, so for senior leave, I know everyone's excited about that. There are some requirements for senior leave, and this is all on our website as well. But like I said, the more times we can communicate with you all, the better it is. So in order to have senior leave, you have to meet these requirements. You have to be on track to graduate with at least a 2.0 GPA. I'm sure you all know by now, you must have a 2.0 GPA to graduate, not a 1.999999, a 2.0 or higher. You have to have achieved senior status. So some of you may roll into your senior year showing as a junior level status. That's probably because we're missing an English or a math, or we don't have sufficient credits, sufficient GPA to get there. Okay, if you roll in as a junior, that doesn't mean you cannot graduate. It just means we got to put a plan in place to get you back on track. It does, however, mean you won't be eligible for senior leave in the fall. You have to have completed or enrolled in a dual enrollment course by the fall of 2021, or have passed an AP exam or CTE exam. That's pretty specific, but if you've taken SLS and passed it, excellent, that counts. AP credits that you've earned, and then also a CTE if you've passed any of the industry certifications. You have to have passed your FSA and EOC requirements and earned the appropriate concordance scores. So to graduate, you have to meet a reading test requirement and a math test requirement. Usually that's your 10th grade FSA and your Algebra 1 EOC. Okay, so there's also, you can get it on the SAT, ACT, those things too, but you have to have met that requirement, which you'll do to graduate anyway. You have to have taken a college-ready test. Usually it's the PERT, but you all took the SAT this year, so you've qualified in that regard, but you also have to be post-secondary ready in both reading and math, okay? That always gets the question, when can I take the PERT? When can I take the PERT? We will have the summer PERT dates out on the website by June 3rd, okay? We don't have them yet because we want to solidify that date. If you need to take the PERT this summer, the link to sign up will be on the website with the dates by June 3rd. And you have to have proof of transportation. So a parking pass, driver's license, proof of insurance. We can't say, I'm gonna ride with my buddy, because we have to have reliable transportation for you every day. So and senior leave counts as the late arrival too. So anytime that you're not on campus during the school day, we gotta know you can get to and from. Okay, I'm gonna hand this over to Dr. Chambers. She's got a few more things to cover with you, but if you have questions about this stuff, your counselors are here, Dr. Chambers is here, I am here, we work as a team, okay? All right, rock and roll, Dr. Chambers.
Next slide. Can I get the next slide? Perfect. Okay. So congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, for making it this far. You are about to embark on your senior year, which is going to be incredible, but it's also going to be incredibly busy. This is the time where you're going to start figuring out what colleges you want to go to, what you want to study, what you want to do when you're grown. So with that being said, I want to make sure that we're all familiar with your new best friends, right? It is my privilege and honor to bring our counseling team up here because your school counselors, yes, give them a little clap of that. Absolutely. Your school counselors are working incredibly hard, first of all, to build your senior schedule. Those are getting worked on right now. But also to make important resources for you all so you know what you need to be doing. There are important tasks for you to work on this summer, whether that's taking the test you need, whether that's figuring out what colleges we're looking at and all of that. So I'm going to kick it off to the counselors so that they can tell you about those important resources that are going to be on the AC website starting June 3rd.
Hello, I have volunteered as tribute to speak, but the whole team is here. Miss Felix has students A through C, and then Miss Thomas, we kind of stood almost, I'm tall. Miss Thomas has D through H. Miss Aki is I through MI. I'm the mosh pit, MO through SH, and then Miss McIntosh is SI through Z. So I want you to have faces, and that way you know who your counselor is, but we've met probably at this point. What we want you to know is that this AC Counselor's Guide to Summer Rising Senior Edition is chock full of a ton of information, and you all need to read it. We'll drop it on June 3rd on the website, and if you're not following us on Instagram, our handle is ACHS Counseling. Follow us because we'll also post some information up there. I don't want to give you everything that's in the guide, but what you do this summer is critical to making sure that your post-secondary plans, whatever you plan to do after senior year, you're getting all of that rolling. When we talk with seniors in September and October and they haven't started college applications, it's not too late, but what you did in the summer certainly makes everything significantly easier, and we can start turning our attention to getting accepted and racking up some scholarship dollars. So keep an eye on that. It'll be under the counseling tab on the website. Is there another slide for this? No. Anything else to add? Okay, the only other thing that we'll add is if you do have to retake a course over the summer, if there's anything that you failed and you're retaking it, in order to be considered for promotion by the time we start school in August, that course needs to be done, or courses need to be done by July 31st. If it's not done by then, it won't make it onto your transcript to be considered for promotion starting in August. So please get that done if that is your situation.
Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Solomon. I'm your activities director, and I am in charge of two big things. They both start the word grad, and Grad Bash is the first one. I know Miss Lakatos mentioned a few minutes ago that your senior pictures are not part of your senior package when you do it. There are 3 big things that come from outside vendors that are not part of that package. Your senior pictures being one, Grad Bash being a second. I know that we will be going to Grad Bash this year on April the 8th, so you can go ahead and put that in your calendars. That Friday is our day for Grad Bash. I don't have too much more information than that right now because it's really early. I can't tell you exactly how much it's gonna cost. The last couple of years, it's been around $170, so I'm estimating that it could go higher, it could go lower. That's why the tickets won't go on sale until January, because that gives us a better idea on what buses and tickets are going to cost. But I wanted to let you guys know that Grad Bash is happening this year. We are going to Universal. You will get to go to both Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. It is an overnight lock-in. We don't stay in a hotel. We leave after school and we come back at 2 o'clock in the morning. It is one of the coolest nights you'll have all year, so I hope you start planning for it now. One of the things you do need to plan for now, though, in regards to that, is all of your student debt has to be paid to buy a ticket. So if you've not started checking your student debt, I would go ahead and start checking that now, okay? So that's Grad Bash info. The other part that starts with grad that I handle is graduation. So if you've got questions about graduation, you can come to me or Miss Lakatos. We both kind of work tag team on it, but because she's doing all of your senior activities that are happening at the same time, we kind of try to split some stuff, but we can both answer your questions. There is one really important thing that you need to be able to graduate, and that's a cap and gown. They won't let you across the stage without it. That's the third thing that's not part of your senior package. Cap and gowns will go on sale at the beginning of the school year. They're not on sale right now because they're still wrapping up graduations for class of 21. But in August, they'll be on sale on the same website that you would order your class rings from with Herf Jones. It's the same people that do that. There are a multitude of packages that go anywhere from, not just your cap and gown, but announcements and name cards and tumblers and sweatshirts and t-shirts and all sorts of stuff to just a cap and gown with your tassel. So when you get on that website, there's lots of options. A lot of times when you go on there, the first thing they show you are the very expensive packages. If you scroll beneath those and click see other items, it'll take you in where you can buy things in smaller packages or buy things individually. So don't get overwhelmed if they show you the really expensive stuff first. There's other things on there. I will have packets of information to hand out to you guys at the beginning of the year. You usually get them in your English class, so as soon as I have them, I'll make sure I get that info out to you. The reason I wanted to go ahead and start talking about graduation, even though it's an entire year away, is because there are a few things that may take you throughout the year to make sure you're done with. One of those is student debt. It never fails that literally the day before graduation, so on Monday, I had students running around campus in a panic trying to pay their student debt so that they could graduate. Go ahead and start looking into that now, right? Not just for Grad Bash, but also for graduation. If you owe money to another school in Duval County, that could be a high school that you transferred from, a middle school, or an elementary school that you went to, that debt needs to be taken care of, and you have to pay it at that school. So you need to go ahead and start looking up your student debt and seeing, do you still owe for a textbook from elementary school? Do you have library fines from middle school? Did you go to another high school and keep an ROTC uniform and never turn it in? You can check your student debt from home. The link is on the AC website. I'll also get it up in AC Student Central and Teams, so make sure you check that. Don't lose the laptop bag and charger they gave you this summer, because you have to turn those in to graduate. And if you lose them, you have to pay for them. That laptop costs $550, the charger is $50, and the bag is $30. So if you lose those 3 items, it's gonna cost you $630. So put them in a safe place this summer, hold on to them all year next year, and don't you lose them. The last thing is I want you to go ahead and start thinking about dress code for graduation. I know that's a long way off, but go ahead and start thinking about it. There are 2 dress options, either an all black semi-formal dress or black pants, a white dress shirt, and a provided bow tie that we give. So those are your 2 options. I know a lot of girls, again, waited till the last minute this year, so I'm telling you in May of 2021 what you'll need to be wearing in May of 2022. That gives you 12 months. If you email me in May and go, Miss Solomon, all the dresses that I like are sold out, they've been sold out for 12 months. You got a whole year to start planning on this. Thanks for listening. I'm gonna turn it back over to our deans.
Good afternoon. All right, I'm Dean Ross. Me and Dean Moses will be handling most of the disciplinary issues this year. A few points of emphasis. I know that I handle all of the tardies, and some of you got away with a few things this year. Next year, there will be a strict tardy policy in place from day one. It will be available during orientation. You might have the opportunity to lose certain parking privileges, different senior privileges. So there's a big need for all of you to come to class, be on time. Just remember, first period, you're late for first period, you're still tardy. Now, there's going to be hopefully, things will be closer to normal at the beginning of the school year. Now, we'll still have certain restrictions, but we're still going to make sure we take every precaution necessary to be successful. That being said, when all of you go shopping this summer, remember to keep the dress code in mind. All right? We're not going to let the cutoff shirts and all those different things go. So make sure you're doing all the right things. We're making sure that we're going to be more supportive as a dean's office. We want to make sure we give you every tool, every opportunity to be successful. We want to make sure that you have fun. You can have the greatest senior year possible. I know you have, not to call them out, but we have several teachers that have children that are in the senior class, including myself. So I want you to have a great year. I want you to have a great homecoming. I want you to have a great prom. I want you to do grad bash, grad night, all of those things that happens in traditional, normal senior years. We want you to have them, but we also want you to be responsible. We want to make sure you're not doing all those things, vaping and making sure we're, getting in trouble and making sure we're doing all the right things to be successful. Myself and Dean Moses will be here for you for the entire year. If you ever have any questions, concerns, senior leadership, if you have suggestions on anything, just let us know. Make sure you buy your parking passes so we don't have to tow your car. Make sure you paint them with the correct things on them and nothing inappropriate. But other than that, we are here for you if you need us. Thank you.
So following on that, with the package, and the deans understand that if you sign a contract with the package, and if you get in any type of trouble that follows that scenario, you sign it, your parents sign it, you will lose your package and you lose your money, okay? We had 3 seniors that occurred with. But I will tell you, the senior class last year behaved in such a way that we were able to do things even under the situation of the pandemic. And you juniors saw that. Y'all, we did a junior-senior volleyball game. We did a junior-senior kickball game. We are going to be able to do those plus so much more, okay? But I'm asking for this senior class to help me because you can only imagine that these upcoming freshmen who are going to be sophomores and these upcoming sophomores who are going to be juniors, they have not seen anything on this campus. So I'm asking you, from me, Ms. Lakatos, I'm asking y'all, I'm going to need your help to show these students on this campus they know no traditions. They've never seen anything because of what's happened with COVID. So I'm going to need your help. They have never seen a pep rally. I mean, you can only imagine that, all right? They've never seen a homecoming dance. So I'm really asking y'all, because I have you, Shannon, and I have you, Brad, and all my junior ladies. Y'all are going to be in my leadership class. Y'all are going to have to set the tone for these freshmen coming in and the freshmen that are here who've never seen anything at AC. So we're not going to have knuckleheads that are starting fights, and we're not going to have these disturbances on this campus, because I'm the one that does these events, and I won't do them. Do y'all understand me? Y'all have acted amazing today. Please get your foot off my chair. Because let me explain something to you. Y'all are in here on graduation. You don't want someone with your foot on a chair when we have an award ceremony, do you? When you're all dressed up, correct? Don't do it now. You set the tone. We need to act the way we need to act, and you need to set the example. And the way y'all have been today, I am so proud of you. Okay? Y'all have elections going on right now. Please vote for your senior officers and your SGA officers. They have everything posted on Instagram, so please vote. Please make sure that you stay up to date on what's going on during the summer. I will make sure everything's posted for everything that's happening. Please set your dates for Katie. Get your pictures taken. If y'all have any questions, please stop by room 502. And if you want to still figure out what's going on for scheduling, please give the counselors a couple of weeks before y'all bombard them about schedule requests. They did ask me to tell y'all that, okay? Does anyone have any questions about anything y'all have seen? How do you want me to? Okay. Okay, I know.
You can leave it there.
I know. I'm gonna go answer.
Hold on, wait, come back. Hold on. Let me go. Let her finish this first.
Okay, so before we start to answer questions, I kind of just want to go over our contact page. We have Miss Lakatos, Miss Solomon, and Miss McMahon up here. We have all of the Instagrams. We have Twitter accounts. Make sure that you are following these Instagram accounts. We do a lot of communication and event planning through these, so following these would keep you very up to date and in the know. I also want to reiterate our links in the ACHS class of 2022 bio. Almost everything that you've seen up here, so Katie's studios, class rings, information on senior leave and senior parking, it's going to be linked there if you want to go and check that out.
Here, hold on, we have two more things. Hold on, Miss Lakatos, 1 second. Before you do I'm gonna go.
Guys, I just want to reiterate, and I was saying to Ms. Solomon, your behavior here has been excellent. I see very few cell phones. I can tell you're attentive. It's boding very well for your senior year. Makes me very excited to help and support you next year. So I just want to say thank you, and thanks to all my teacher friends who are here getting this information, but also making sure that you guys are supported. But thank you very much for being respectful.
I see a couple hands for questions. I want to emphasize one thing, and then Ms. Lakatos is going to take all the questions that you guys have. We talked a lot about Instagram today, okay? I recognize that while we all may be super involved on social media, not everybody is. All of you guys got those laptops, and Teams is on all of them. If you're not on AC Student Central on Teams, you need to be, right? So if you don't do social media, the next most important place that you can get information is on AC Student Central on Teams. There is a channel just for class of 22. There's a channel for clubs and activities. There's a channel from guidance. There's a channel that shows the morning announcements every day. It is probably the most important thing we created this year, the most incredible thing we created this year. So if you're not on social media, you need to be on that Teams page. And that's the code up there. I'm going to hand the mic over to Ms. Lakatos, who's going to answer your questions. I would also like to say thank you guys. You've been amazing.